we're higher, drier, shorter, and colder, right? We're higher in elevation. Our air is drier up here, like most typical mountain settings. For example, humidity here is typically half of what it is in Napa during the summertime. It'll be 40% humidity there, it's 20 here. It's colder in the wintertime, so it kills overwintering bugs, and it's a shorter season, so there's less time for having these large vegetative growth periods where you have pest pressure. So higher and drier. Drier means we have less mildew pressure. We have to treat for mildew pressure here with sulfur, as every vineyard in the world does, about half as much as we do with our Napa vineyards. It's pretty significant. It's a pretty significant amount of sulfur we use. It's a pretty significant amount in cost as well. It's also in a season like this year where we had, unfortunately, a lot of the North Coast suffered with rains. We had a lot of botrytis issues, which is botrytis is fruit rot or gray rot. It can be fruit rot, it's called, and it basically makes the grape unusable. The skin dissolves, and it's just scary. You don't want to even think about it, but it happens. It happens in all wine regions. Lake County this year rode through that very nicely. It did rain a lot up here. These very well drained soils soaked it up right away. This dry air and wind came in and cleared out and dried out the grapes. There was very little mildew pressure in Lake County. So first you have, rot pressure. First you have less mildew pressure. Second, you have less rot pressure when it does rain. Colder means that overwintering bugs are we drop below freezing quite often. The last day of harvest, actually the next day it was 27 degrees here. That kills a lot of bugs that overwinter and can carry a number of vineyard pests and diseases with them. So we have very low pest pressure here. I'm thinking of a light-bound apple moth. I'm thinking of sharpshooters, things like that. They're pretty much non-existent in Lake County. And shorter. So shorter means we have kind of a quick start in the season. So the canopy comes up. We don't get a ton of canopy up here. Large canopies tend to be a host for mildew pressure and pests. Our canopies are relatively small and moderate up here, which is good for wine quality, by the way. But in terms of vineyard management and pest pressures and so forth, what all that adds up to is that we have, as it happens, Lake County has the lowest application rate of any wine region in California for how many pesticides and herbicides we use in the vineyard.